What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 video. Now there's actually a lot of news to go over today because we are getting the next big patch update for Battlefield 2042 tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. This definitely caught me off guard seeing the tweet because when you look at the patch notes, there's just like hundreds of things that are changed in this patch update. So I'm going to go over some of it for you guys today and give you guys my opinions on some of the things. Now I'm not going to go over everything in the update because you guys can just check it out for yourselves. This would be like an hour to 2 hour long video if I went over every single little change. So I'm just going to pick out some of the things that stood out to me in these patch notes and I'll go over them for you all in this video. So first of all, tomorrow's update number 3 goes live across all platforms at 8 o'clock UTC. You know, wherever you live, do the time conversion. You know, it's different for everybody, but it's 8 UTC is when it goes live. They said it's our biggest update yet with plenty of fixes, improvements, and quality of life enhancements. No downtime is expected. We'll keep you updated during rollout. So the first thing they say is what's new. In the week following Update 3, weekly missions will make their way onto the battlefield. There will be a total of 3 varying missions each week, which you can track via the main menu. Completing a mission will reward you with player XP. Finish all of the available missions that week, and you'll receive a unique cosmetic reward. So they're finally adding these missions. I think that's a good change. It gives us something else to strive for. I just hope that the rewards are actually worth it. I've seen this time and time again where a game will offer like free rewards for a challenge and then the reward ends up being just awful. For example, in Halo Infinite this week, they're offering just a player emblem and like nobody cares about player emblems. So if the cosmetic reward is like an outfit or a weapon skin, I could totally see them giving us like weapon charms as rewards as well. That stuff's kind of fine. Helmets for the characters, something cool. But if they start giving us like emblems and badges and stuff for the player card, that's when it's going to get annoying, and that's when they're going to lose interest of a lot of people, because no one wants to go out and play the game for hours and hours to grind and unlock a little badge for your emblem. That's just stupid. So hopefully they give us like really cool weapon charms or weapon cosmetics or something like that. Then they said they're making some quality of life changes. We're introducing several improvements within the collection screen menus to make customizing your loadout and plus menu much easier. In short, less clicking around. It's now also easier to understand which attachments are locked in use, equipable, or newly unlocked within your collection. UI elements during gameplay have also received enhancements. You'll notice increased visibility and reduced clutter through, for example, player world icons now scaling with distance. We also added the identity friend or foe marker improvements and indicators for nearby players who can revive or be revived, or who is low on ammo or need health. And then lastly, you'll notice smoother transitioning between game menus, the options menu, and matchmaking. Then they said there's some gameplay changes throughout several areas of the game. We've introduced improvements to make your experience with interacting with the maps feel smoother. This includes over 150 individual fixes, small changes, and improvements across all of our maps. We noticed they were detracting from gameplay, such as spawning, visual glitching, or collision issues. Audio, rendering, and interaction improvements and fixes for weapons, vehicles, and specialists are also included. So getting into those individual changes for the user interface, they said they improved the collection screens, making them easier to use and clear as to see what you're interacting with. They improve the ways in which you're able to manage your attachments via the collection screen to reduce the number of interactions you need to have when building your loadouts. The enhancements to our player card and the end of round to provide additional polish. They've added new markers to make your newly unlocked items easier to find, and they've improved transitions when entering and returning to the main menu. So they're just making some user interface changes here. A lot of people have been complaining that the UI is just confusing and it's hard to navigate the collection menu in this game. I've put in well over 100 hours into this game and I still get confused sometimes when I'm in the middle of a match and I'm trying to like change my weapon loadout. You have to like hover over which character you want and then you have to hit the bumpers to switch to the weapon, and so any UI changes that they make to this game are welcome. Then they made some changes to the Commorose. This is that little chat menu when you're in the middle of a match and you bring it up to talk to your teammates. They've improved the responsiveness of it because sometimes it would lag when you go to open it up or just wouldn't open up at all. They fixed the inactive objectives showing in the Commorose for defending in rush and breakthrough, and they fixed objectives not showing in the Commorose for attackers and rush. So they just made a little bit of improvements to that. Then for the maps, over 150 individual fixes, small changes and improvements across all of our maps, improved the level of geometry issues across all the levels, addressing issues such as players getting snagged or trapped. They resolved multiple spawning issues. They resolved visual glitches such as lens flares and visible seams in the sky dome. They resolved a large number of collision and placement issues, and they've addressed issues affecting local audio placement in multiple maps. So this is another welcome change. I am down for not getting snagged or trapped on the map, and I also hate this game's spawning system. I don't think I've spawn died more in any other video game in the history of video games. I spawn die so much in Battlefield 2042, either from spawning on teammates because I can't see if they're in danger or not because they don't have that little camera like they did in previous Battlefields. So I either spawn die off of teammates, or I'll just spawn at one of the objectives and I'll get killed by a vehicle that's camping the spawns. I don't know what they mean by resolving multiple spawning issues. Hopefully they're referring to like how you spawn and you don't get spawn killed, but hopefully they address that either here with this update or in a future update, because spawn dying is a real problem in Battlefield 2042. Then they made some HUD changes. They added a UI element that shows nearby players that can revive you within 50 meters when downed. This is a good change. This is something I've seen a lot of people in the community request that they add. They added the UI element that shows incoming revivers when downed and pinged by a player that intends to revive you. This is another good change. So if a medic pings you and they say, hey, I'm on the way to come pick you up, this will give you the indicator that you don't need to just hold in the button to kill yourself and respawn. You can just wait to get revived. And then when you're low on ammo or health, nearby friendlies within 50 meters will show a resource icon above their head indicating if they can provide you with health or ammo. This is another good change. Good luck getting them to give you health or ammo though, because there's not really a good way to indicate that you need it, but I mean, at least you know that they're carrying something that you need now. They've increased the big map resolution for improved navigation. They've added health bars to enemy vehicles up to 200 meters and enemy soldiers when looked at up to 50 meters. And then all player world icons scale over distance, making them smaller when far away in an effort to reduce icons cluttering the screen. So this is another good change. I'm all for this. I couldn't tell you how many times I've just got confused because I'm looking at an objective and there's like 50 icons up on my screen all at the same time. Or if you're looking at the mini map and you see just all these dots all clustered in one spot. The UI and the maps and just the user interface in this game is so bad. So any improvements they make to make the icon smaller or the user interface look better is much needed, and I'm all for it. And then they made some bot changes. They fixed an issue where bots sometimes didn't revive players. They improved the bots' helicopter handling. They've improved the bots' combat behaviors and improved the bots' game mode behaviors. So hopefully the bots are a little bit smarter. They'll actually play the objective a little bit better, and you know, they're not going to be as dumb as rocks. And that is going to do it for everything that I want to just show off to you guys. Those are some of the big things. There are some specialist changes that I saw, just some tweaks here and there, not too many like buffs or nerfs for any of the specialists, just some like bug fixes and stuff. I'm going to leave the patch notes pinned down in the comment section for you guys. That way you guys can look at everything on your own. Overall, I feel like there's some good changes here. These are good quality of life changes. If everything works and everything is fixed as intended, then this should be a pretty smooth update. It's not going to bring a lot of players back though, because you know, they're still missing a lot of basic features and there's still a lot of problems with this game. Based off of this update and the previous update, if they keep this pace up and they have this many bug fixes and changes, and you know, they're pumping out a lot of changes in a really short amount of time, which really impressive. I don't remember the last time I've seen developers pump out 2 major updates like this back to back really quickly. So if they keep this pace and they keep listening to player feedback and they keep making changes for the good and they bring back a lot of these old features that players want, then this game has a chance to make a comeback and can bring some of those old players back. And because the player base for this game is dropping pretty rapidly and people are not happy about it. The reviews are bad. The subreddit hasn't had anything nice to say about the game since the game's release. Like, this game is just in a bad state. So if they keep up this pace, hopefully they can turn things around and actually make this feel like an old school Battlefield game. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to follow me on Twitch at Swanee Plays Games Live, and be sure to join the channel's Discord. Those links are down in the description. And that is going to do it for me, everyone, and I will talk to you all in the next video.